Hey guys, welcome to my February wrap-up. I read some weird books, but I also read some really cozy books, so let's get into this. First of all, I read Songbird of the Sorrows as an e-arc. I rated this 4 stars. It is the first book in the series and it is so much fun because she is basically a spy for her kingdom. Everything to do with the spy sector of her kingdom is got to do with birds, and I can't really explain it other than the bird terminology just made so much sense and it made it such a unique concept. I think you guys need to read this. I started listening to the audiobook of Tea and Alchemy, and because it was dual narration and it was free on Kindle Unlimited, I was loving it so much that I started physically reading it. This was so much fun. I rated it 4.5 stars. Our FMC works in a little tea shop and can read tea leaves and is seeing these signs that people are going to, and she's like, oh god, oh no, how can I help these people? And then our MMC is this recluse vampire living on the moor, and it is set in Cornwall and it is just gothically cute, whimsy and cozy, and I loved it. Then I decided to read Hollow Heathens because I was in the mood for a dark romantasy. I did rate this 4 stars. I was teetering on the edge of a 3.75 just because it felt like there was something missing. I really liked the dark gothic setting of this American seaside town. Only some people are allowed in, but then you're not allowed out. And our FMC was born there, somehow got out when she was a baby, and then made her way back, and now she can't leave. And then she's falling in love with this dude who, if you see his face with no mask on, you see your biggest fear and then you... But our FMC is kind of low-key immune. I didn't know that this was going to be an interconnected standalone series, so I'm really excited to continue because I think this world is really cool. I then read Bunny for my Across the World book club. I rated this 3.5 because even though I was deeply concerned and confused, I couldn't put it down. I don't even know how to explain this book other than that it is so weird. It's weird girl fiction and I kind of ate it up. I then read The Last Starborn Seer by Venetia Constantine. I love this book. I rated this 4 stars. I think this is such a good intro to this new romantasy series. And while I say romantasy series, this first book has one kiss. I would say that this is feeling more of a high fantasy with romance subplots, with the romantasy bit of this story coming in the next couple books is what the vibe I'm getting, because this was a lot of world building. It was traveling, it was finding out these new places, it was introducing you to loads of characters because this is a chunky world. And then finally I read Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. This was genuinely like reading a warm hug. It's basically just the story of how incredible books are at bringing people together. It's just so good and I really recommend reading this. Those are the books that I read in February. Let me know if you guys have read any of these, or let me know what your favourite book that you read in February was. Until next time, bye.